Welcome, brothers and sisters, and thank you for your service. If you're in an elders quorum or relief society presidency, or if you're the ward temple and family history leader, you've been called to a really special role. You're a shepherd. And this little explainer, it's all about helping you magnify that calling and really lead your ward in this incredible work of gathering Israel.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the big picture, the why. Then we'll dive into the Lord's team and your specific role. After that, we'll talk about building a simple plan for your ward, coordinating the work, and we'll wrap up with a charge just for us here in Morehead City.
So first things first, let's really anchor ourselves in the spiritual why of all this. Before we get into any of the nuts and bolts, the meetings, the plans, we have to remember what this really is. This isn't just another church program. Not at all. It's at the very heart of Heavenly Father's plan for all of us. And wow, this quote from the prophet Joseph Smith, it just puts everything into perspective, doesn't it? He said, "The greatest responsibility in this world that God has laid upon us is to seek after our dead." Think about that. The greatest responsibility. That's not a suggestion, right? It's a divine charge, a sacred trust, especially for us as leaders. And let's be clear, this is so much more than just names and dates on a chart. It's about forging that welding link, creating an unbroken chain of families all the way back. It's about building this spiritual fortress of protection for our own families against everything going on in the world. And when we serve our ancestors, we are literally doing for them what they can't do for themselves. And I can tell you that help from the other side of the veil, it's so real. They are right there with us, cheering us on.
Okay, so if this work is that important, how did the Lord set us up to succeed? You know He wouldn't just leave us to figure it out alone, right? He's given us a clear, organized team.
And this right here, this is the divine pattern in action. It all flows through priesthood keys. You got President Heath, who holds the keys for our entire stake, then your bishop, who holds them for your ward, and then, and this is so important, it flows to you. The Elders Quorum and Relief Society presidencies, you have the primary responsibility to lead and motivate this work. You're the dreamers, you're the motivators, and you've got this amazing support system in your ward, temple, and family history leader and consultants who are there to help make your vision a reality.
All right, so let's really drill down on this and get crystal clear about where you fit in. Because honestly, understanding the difference and the partnership between the presidencies and the ward, temple, and family history leader, well, that's the absolute key to unlocking this work in your ward. Okay, if you remember one thing, let it be this. It's so simple. Presidencies, you direct the work. You are the shepherds. That means in your meetings, in ward council, you are prayerfully identifying the one. Who needs this? Who's ready? You set the vision. Then the ward, temple, and family history leader comes in to support and coordinate. They take your vision and make it happen. They're the coordinator, the helper who mobilizes the team. When you have direct and coordinate working together, that's when you see miracles. So for you in the presidencies, think of yourselves as the chief motivators. Your job isn't just about the logistics of a temple trip. No, it's about creating those spiritual experiences. It's about helping people feel the spirit of Elijah. That might mean organizing a really meaningful trip to the temple, sure, but it also means working with the youth presidencies to make sure a young woman feels that spirit long before she ever gets her own recommend. And for you, the ward, temple, and family history leader, your role is to be the ultimate helper, the great enabler. You're serving under the direction of the presidencies. You listen to their vision, and then you swing into action. You organize that coordination meeting, you get the consultants on the same page, and you report back. You're the one who makes sure the ministering actually happens. Okay. Roles are clear. So how do we get intentional about this? The key is not to try to do everything at once. It's about creating a simple, inspired plan for your ward. Think of it as the dream for what you want to accomplish together. I know what you're thinking. A plan? Where do we even start? It can feel like a huge task, but the handbook makes it so clear. Keep it simple. Keep it home-centered. This isn't some complex business plan. It's just a focused way to bring blessings to the people in your ward. And look at some of these ideas. They're so simple, but they're so powerful. What if your plan was just to help every new convert find one ancestor? Just one. Or to help the 10 and 11-year-olds have a fun discovery activity. Or helping members get their first 4 generations done. These aren't huge, complicated goals, but can you imagine the spirit in your ward? It would be incredible. Simple plans bring powerful blessings. Of course, a dream is just a dream until you put it into action, right? And that happens through coordination. This is the real shepherding. This is where you're actively guiding the work week in and week out. And the engine room for all of this is the Ward Temple and Family History Coordination Meeting. Now, this needs to be brief. I'm talking 10, maybe 15 minutes tops, right after church. The WTFH leader runs it, and it's where the rubber meets the road. This is where you take a need that was identified by a presidency and turn it into a specific assignment for a consultant. It's where the inspiration from Sunday morning turns into actual ministering during the week. So let's just walk through what a week of shepherding could look like. On Sunday, maybe in our Relief Society presidency meeting, you talk about a sister who's feeling a little lost with her family history. That need gets passed to the Ward Temple and Family History leader. Then, in that quick coordination meeting, a consultant gets an assignment. Sometime during the week, that consultant meets with the sister and has a wonderful personalized experience. Then next Sunday, they report back on how it went, and you identify the next person to help. See that rhythm? That's how we minister, one by one.
Okay, let's bring this all right back home. Let's talk about what's possible, not just in the church, but right here, in our wards, in the Morehead City stake.
You all know this motto. This is our stake's charge. If it can be done in the Church of Jesus Christ, it can be done in the Morehead City stake. What a powerful reminder. With the Lord's organization that we've just talked about, and with your focused effort as shepherds, there is literally no limit to what we can accomplish together. We have the structure, you have the calling, and there are people waiting for the blessings you can help them find.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. As a shepherd of your ward, who is waiting for you? Who is that one person, that one family that really needs the protection, the connection, and just the pure joy that this work brings? Who is the one you're going to seek out this week?